Disney Parks has just announced major changes to one of the most popular characters in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. No longer will the famous redhead be a part of the attraction's infamous bride auction.
No! 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 No!
There's a great big
Beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
and tomorrow's just a dream away.
Oh, shit. Disney, I just can't do it anymore. In only 3 years, Disney has made me go from being an active supporter, going to their parks with an annual pass in hand, to me not wanting to have anything to do with them. So, how did this start, or where do I think they went wrong? I think it slowly began back in 2015 when a couple events took place. Disney started announcing a slew of live-action remakes to their animated classics, like a shit ton of them. And I remember seeing a very heartfelt and completely true video from CinemaSins Jeremy's second channel, where he rants in his car about Disney being creatively bankrupt.
Right? You offend me, Disney. You offend me as somebody who has written and created original things. I like superheroes. I want to see superhero movies, but we don't need fucking 20 a year. Again, none of these are original screenplays or products. These are all adaptations. Within 50 years, there won't be a person alive who knows how to write an original idea.
I started to view the company in a totally different light. I also wasn't pleased with the onslaught of sequels that Pixar was announcing, the same studio that brought us such amazing original animated productions like Up. But then a second incident that year with Quentin Tarantino showing his movie, The Hateful Eight, and it's actually getting its reservation from ArcLight Cinemas removed.
We even start off with the Cinerama logo at the beginning. As of yesterday, Disney came to the ArcLight people and said, no.
Wow.
You are going to play Star Wars in the Cinerama Dome for the entire holiday season. And if you don't, if you honor your deal with the Hateful Eight, we will not allow you to have Star Wars. The biggest movie in the world, we will not allow you to show it at any of your ArcLight movie theaters.
I just kept casually going to Disney, just still trying not to get too worked about it, trying not to complain too much. But I think it's when Disney started franchising Star Wars and monopolizing the living shit out of it that I started to see the company's more true colors. And I know Disney's been like this for the past 20 years, ever since their new CEO came on. Yes, I know any company is in the business to make money. But this was taking the brand to extreme levels. Rogue One, a Han Solo spin-off movie, a Yoda spin-off movie, replacing an entire land in Hollywood studios for a Star Wars themed land. It's just ridiculous. Some of the hardcore fanboys might like it, but I'm more saddened by the replacement of the prop tour on the backlot and the Lights Motors Action Stunt Show. You know, we need variety in these theme parks. We can't just have only Star Wars and Marvel. Oh yeah, don't get me even started on the absolutely disgusting Guardians of the Galaxy replacement for the Tower of Terror ride in California. This sickens me. This is sickening. I'm disgusted just thinking about it. How on earth could anyone think replacing this?
Tonight's story in the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator.
With this?
For those of you who have not been paying attention, the name's Rocket, one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Was a good idea. The level of detail and care and passion and attention and creativity that went into building this unique and original and memorable ride, all just to be scrapped to cash in on a popular movie. This, for me and a relative of mine, was almost the final straw. And it kind of was. This was just recent. This was almost the final straw. But then this lovely, lovely piece of terrible news just came out. Disney is replacing the Buy a Bride section in the Disneyland attraction Pirates of the Caribbean to make way for a more politically correct new version that does away with the old version. For one thing, it's destroying a memorable part of the attraction. Most people were perfectly fine with the scene. It's been in the ride for the past 50 years. It had amazing animatronics, a colorful cast of characters, and very memorable quotes.
Show 'em your larboard side.
What's the ready?
Belay there, you folks'll swab.
By taking it out just to be more family friendly or to appease the, hardcore SJWs, whatever, it's just gonna piss off longtime fans and ruin a memorable scene for new guests that they'll never be able to experience. But what really disgusts me the most, and this ties into another part, is how it blatantly destroys Walt Disney's legacy. This constant retweaking and changing and removing of classic rides just to make way for cheap cash grabs on new Disney properties and to appease politics just makes me really sad. I don't believe for a second that Walt would approve of changes like this. Yes, he's on record of saying rides could be updated, but I think he means expanded upon and not flat out ripped and replaced. Another thing that got on my nerves immensely was the removal of the Maelstrom attraction in Norway and Epcot.
Awaken the stories.
Besides the movie just not fitting at all into Norway in this section and the blatant lie of trying to fit this ride into a country in the World Showcase just seems so out of place in comparison to the other themed pavilions. But of course, they're now going to change all the World Showcase and they're going to add themed rides to all the countries. They're actually doing a Ratatouille ride, and that's coming to Paris, the Paris Pavilion. I mean, if they're going to go that far, put a Godzilla ride in the Japan area. That was actually a scrapped idea they originally had, and that I actually wouldn't mind too much. But again, this undertows what Walt's original vision for the world of tomorrow was.
We know what our goals are. We know what we hope to accomplish. And believe me, it's the most exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.
Disney likes to keep pretending that they care about their legacy and Walt's vision. They keep shoving it into like the fireworks show and the Celebrate the Magic show and that other stuff. But I'm really starting to find that hard to believe.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
Give us money, god damn it!
They've changed the Pirates of the Caribbean ride so many times since Walt died that it's almost completely different from what it was originally like. Almost every section has been altered in some way. But that awful refurbishment to Soarin' where it has the terrible CGI enhancements and it's got the really jarring transitions was just such a terrible move. They really need to bring back the old Soarin', in my opinion. The lack of restoration to the upstairs Figment area and the Journey of Tomorrow building. Innoventions being like completely forgotten about in Epcot. They just like totally abandoned it.
I mean, look at Innoventions right now. What even is Innoventions anymore? Overall, and to sum this up, Epcot needs a lot of work. And the Imagination Pavilion is a great example of how dated Future World really is.
Ellen's Energy Adventure still not being reverted back to the far superior original version. Ruining the integrity of the World Showcase and just crapping on Walt's legacy by making their old attractions more PC, shoving Star Wars in everyone's faces. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to update this video. I was in the middle of editing this video and I recorded this about 2 weeks ago and now I've got to update it because Disney just announced something else. Ellen's Energy Adventure is actually going to be replaced August 13th. And it's being replaced with a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. But then, there's even worse news that just came out. They're replacing the Great Movie Ride. No, this is fucking bullshit. And my question is, how far are they gonna take this? Are they gonna start removing guns from all rides? Remove the hanging man from the opening of the Haunted Mansion? I just can't do it. I could talk endlessly about all the little things I hate, like Fantasmic now being sponsored by Pop Secret when it originally didn't even have a sponsor, a Starbucks being in plain view of Future World, a Starbucks being on Main Street, USA, oh, the Yeti Everest still being broken, and everything else I've just mentioned is just on the park side of things. I have more problems with the theme parks. That doesn't even count the movie side of things. I know plenty of people have already ripped Disney a new one for all the directors and creative geniuses they've fired for, quote, creative differences.
The following theory is pure conjecture on my part, but let me ask you this. Marvel Studios was so keen to work with a failed writer and director while at the same time letting a genius like Edgar Wright walk. Is the reason that is because they know that Gunn would be easy to control?
Kathleen Kennedy on the Star Wars side of things wanting all their movies being pumped out to be as safe and sellable as possible, making sure they hit all the notes so audiences and critics will be satisfied with the movies for one weekend, making them successful enough to warrant 15 more of them. And now with the Beauty and the Beast movie such a monster hit for some reason, Disney is going to now come full swing with like 3 live-action remakes a year. Why does The Lion King need a live-action adaptation? Why? Why does it need to exist? Disney is a company I used to have a lot of respect for, and I even wanted to work for them not long ago. I actually wanted to become an Imagineer after I was inspired by a dinosaur behind-the-scenes featurette. But Disney being this upfront about their manipulation, their whorish behavior, and total disregard for the magic of the original parks that made them classics in the first place, I'm not sure how anyone could really consciously support this company anymore. I know at least I can't. So, I mean, I was almost ready to come and see Avatar Land, but I'm not interested anymore. I'll go spend my hard-earned money elsewhere.
Everyone thought I wasn't coming back here because I was scared to come back. That's not why. I don't come back here because I'm fucking depressed every time I set foot in this place. And it just pisses me off, you know? So I'm not going to spend money to come to a place that depresses me. That's not what I want to do on vacation.
If you're out there and you're a kid or an adult and you have a cool idea, fucking do it. Write it. Film it. Draw it. Get it out there. And if enough of you do it, maybe we can turn the tide.
Ladies and gentlemen, Disneyland has now ended its normal operating day. We hope you've enjoyed your visit to the Magic Kingdom. No!
We came here together as one and forever, where all of your dreams come true.